All right, man. I hope you're doing good out there. Hope your family's good. Hope you're good, and you're protecting your focus and getting to it, right? Man, this is a podcast, video style. But yeah, man, today this thing's been on my mind for a few days. I heard the other day, and I can really relate, and maybe you can too, right? So today, what I want to talk about is being practical versus being tactical. Right? So a few things came to my mind when I started thinking about this because I had talked to a few people and this conversation just kind of is just making a soup and it just started coming in my head. And I heard somebody say being practical and not being more practical and not tactical. I just went on this whole little brain spiel of how you could be easily confused about how those things happen, right? So, first of all, I think a lot of us, even myself, let me first say this: our brain is amazing. Like the human brain is amazing. Like you can really truly just do some amazing things just in your head. Like that. I feel like that's what really separates us from other the other species on this planet is that we can imagine things in this crazy way. Like we can go in depth years out into the future. Right? You can right now you could probably look at yourself in the mirror and basically age yourself like an app does. You can make your eyes droop. You can turn your hair gray. You know what I'm saying? You can do it all just in your mind, right? And see it, right? So I feel like by us having that much power in our head, it can trip us up. Very much trip us up. So first of all, I think that our brains um, can be very tactical, right? So we have an idea and we want to get things done. I mean, and we have a plan on how to get these things done, right? Like if you want to be a big businessman, all you need to do is get your logo and get your things in order, and then you gotta just go find the customers, and then you gotta bring back the money, and then you gotta find some more customers, bring back the money, and you keep doing it till your business is humongous, right? And I man, I wish I had the paper here. I looked up the word tactical. And tactical means like in the military sense, you do these things, this thing, and it leads up to an end result, right? So these things are very calculated that you have to do. You're gonna get the logo, get the business, then you gotta go out and market, and then you gotta get these customers, and then you need 100 customers. So you're gonna get 100 customers, and that takes your business to the next level, and then you're gonna go and get 1,000 customers, and you're gonna be this humongous, business mogul, right? That's the tactical way to think about it, right? Every step is just right there planned out. Like, just do this, and this leads to this. Do this leads to this. But I feel like in our mind, when we come with this tactical plan, we don't think about the practical side of it, right? Like, I think when you can be extremely tactical, which is not like is something you can't do, but when you are extremely tactical, that means at that point you have the skills to do all those things that you said you need to do. Like being tactical, you already have to have those skills to accomplish the goal, right? Like I don't. I would imagine that like if your tactical plan, if you was in the military and you had to swim through this moat, um, and you couldn't swim, that wouldn't be in your plan. Like that wouldn't be a good tactical plan if you had to learn some skills before you got to the end result. Because when you learn things, that changes the outcomes. Right? Like when you have to learn things in the plan, that changes what comes out on the other end. Right? So that's where the part where our tactical mind will give us this extremely detailed, planned out plan of how we're gonna be successful. Right? But when we get to it, other than that logo and that EIN number, most people don't have those skills, right? Like you have to learn these things, right? And they take time, right? A tactical is like you get in the car, drive to Wendy's, have $3.50. How much is your order? $3.27 plus tax, $3.50. You give them the money, you get the burger, you come home, you put it in your mouth, you eat it. That's a tactical plan, right? That's just a tactic because you have all the skills right now. But when it comes to business and just anything, like being a great basketball player, everything, like some things are not just apparent. Like you don't already have the skills right then and there to actually do that job efficiently to make that part of the plan go extremely smooth. Right? So when you go in life and when you start having tactical plans and you can't provide, you don't have those personal skills, I think in our mind, as soon as we get to that point where the plan isn't going smooth, our brain wants to abort. Like, oh man, this plan is not gonna work, right? Like, and that's why it's easy for us to fall off because we like, man, I thought it was gonna be so easy. My mind had painted this beautiful picture for me, and then when I had got to paint, I wasn't really good at painting. Like I had to learn how to paint, and that took too long. And then my mind was wanting to go move on to the next point, but I wasn't ready, right? So I could imagine that happens with just like that subconscious disappointment will make your brain turn away from the tactical plan and make you abandon it real easy because you didn't have all the skills. Like your mind painted this glorious picture. And here you is practically when you went out there and tried to get stuff done, the picture wasn't coming together fast enough. Right? I liked that. The picture wasn't coming together fast enough. And that derails the mind, that derails excitement in the plan. Right? So yeah, man. Being practical is I feel like knowing that you don't have all the skills right now to do these things, but committing to, that journey of learning these things. Or, I mean, that's for another lesson, but purchasing those skills, right? Purchasing those skills if you don't have them, right? To move a little faster. But like, if you don't have the skills to actually do the actual plan that you have in your mind, you have to have that practical side in your mind already. And know like, hey, this is what I'm going to have to do. But right here, I don't know this part. So have a plan for that part also. So you can make sure you can keep moving through the tactical plan and you have practical parts like, hey, this ain't for me right here. I don't even know this part. I'm going to outsource this or I'm going to try to, get some books and read to get to this point. This might be a little harder than I thought, but hey, I'm going to try my best. But if I don't get it done in a month's time, I'm going to go pay for it. That's being more practical, to keep your mind moving, knowing that your mind has a plan B. You're going to put up the best effort for a month, right? You're trying to build a website, cool. Building a website can be hard. So you're trying, especially if you get caught up in getting all the new gizmos and gadgets and new widgets and things like that. If you don't learn in a month, you go pay for it. That's a practical plan, right? That's at least you attempting and knowing you have a backup plan. If this doesn't work, to keep the tactical plan going, this is what I'm going to do, right? Because if you don't put that in there, right, your mind will get to that point, you like, build a website. I'm going to build this amazing website. You get to building it, it ain't amazing. Your mind will turn on you. It'll definitely turn on you and be like, hey, maybe this plan is trash, bro. We ain't going to be able to follow through. And that's not the case. Like you can pivot, and crawl over humps that you never seen before. Well, you can crawl over the obstacles if you plan to crawl over obstacles. You can only crawl over obstacles in a plan if you planned for obstacles. Most tactical plans don't have obstacles. It's assuming that you already have the skills to get through every part of the plan. So I don't know. I don't have no amazing clothes, cause I just thought of this. So I'm about to upload this on YouTube. But that's all I got today, man. Like the mind can come up with amazing tactical plans on how you're gonna get to wherever you need to get to, right? But I'm asking you this: put the practical side in your plans. Know who you are. Know what skills you have. Know what skills you don't have. Plan to learn them, buy them, or trade for them. Use your strengths. That's an option. Trade skills. Right? Like use what you can do good, and go see if you can find somebody that can do what you don't do good, and y'all can switch. That's a better plan than thinking that you're gonna be able to learn everything that you need to learn in 4 months to become a rock star business person, swimmer, dunker, whatever. Right? Like it just doesn't happen like that. It doesn't. So plan for the practical. Plan for the practical in your tactical plans. Right? Know who you are and keep it simple. Hey, that's it, man. That's a podcast for me. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you got some value from this. Thanks for watching all this time. I'm just rambling at work. I need to go home and kiss my baby. All right, y'all. This is James at Miracle. Thinking about my life, man. For myself. Trying to grow. All right, y'all. Peace.